Recording is on.
Welcome back, everybody, to Fun in the Locker Room. Sean Regal, Liam Holloway, Truett Carstetter, back at it again with the greatest sports show in the United States, formerly on 89.1 FM, WXVU, Villanova Student-Run Radio. We are now here on YouTube recapping everything in the world of sports. It is October 8th, 2025, and if you cannot tell from our colorful assortment of jerseys, it is Week 6 of the NFL season. We're going to recap all the way through Week 5. We have a boatload of content to talk about. We're going to go through our hot takes as usual. We have a new segment called Buy or Sell. We're going to list out some teams that are overperforming and some teams that are underperforming. And do you want to buy or sell stock in those teams? We're going to recap a bunch of other games, go through the Thursday Night Football picks. That is what I'm most excited for, as you'll see why. There is what we would refer to as a Cinderella run going on this year, and I know all the fans are here for it. And then, unfortunately, we do have to touch on MLB, which means we will talk about the Mets, the Padres, what little went right and what a lot went wrong. Talk about the off seasons. Like I said, it's October 8th, so there are 4 MLB games going on right now in the NLDS and ALDS, and we'll touch on that. I'm sure, at some point when we are through this recording, the Phillies Dodgers will start, and I know that's a very big game for all of us. So without further ado, we're going to kick it off with our hot takes, and I'm looking at Liam Holloway in the Saints jersey to start it.
All right. Big shout out to the squad this week. Shout out Rattler. Shout out Jackson Dart, best player on defense for us. Anyway, jumping into my hot take right away, and you guys might look at this and say I'm completely targeting one man here.
Oh boy.
The Colts look like one of the best teams in the NFL, and Danny motherfucking Dimes is taking home that MVP this year. You heard it here first.
Wow.
I think Liam's got a little too high this week. I think he might be having too much fun this week after the Saints win, because there is no way Daniel Jones is winning the MVP. I would bet so much money against him. The man is going to fall apart. He's falling apart at times. He's being carried by this team right now. He is a game manager at the max. And there are too many good quarterbacks in this league right now for Daniel Jones to sniff the MVP. He will not be a finalist. He will not be top 5. He will fall off a cliff. And this Colts team as well will fall off a cliff because of that. Because there's only so much masking of this Daniel Jones stink that you can do. And they're going to run out of time. And this Cinderella, it is going to strike midnight pretty soon for this Cinderella run you're talking about.
Wow, Rick, that was a very hate-filled response.
You provoked it. You wanted that. You wanted that response.
I did. But can we at least get, you got to give him some props here, though.
For what?
You said that he was going to go into Denver and get the brakes blown off him, and what did he do? He got a huge win. Huge win against a team. Denver just rattled off a team against the defending champs, the Eagles.
Also, just for the record,
Colts have looked really good. They've been blowing teams out.
But who did they beat?
I think they're for real, Rank.
Who did they beat?
I really think they're for real.
They beat the Dolphins, the Broncos at home, they beat the Titans, and they beat the Raiders. And they lost.
Narrow loss to the Rams, though. Narrow loss.
Are the only good team on the list. They have beaten the teams supposed to, which congrats. You're going to do that in the AFC South when you're playing with garbage teams week in and week out.
AFC South isn't looking too bad right now, buddy.
We'll get into it in a little bit, but the Colts are one of the most fraudulent 4-1 teams in a while based on the teams they're playing. They are up there with the Eagles, the most fraudulent teams in the NFL. And Daniel Jones is beating up the bad teams, but he's not going to be able to do this. Just wait till we get to the Chargers or the Steelers. No. Even the Steelers. Wait for that Steelers defense, just pick them apart.
You know what? I'll tell you why not. Because they have two other key reasons on offense. Number one, they have the best running back in the league, Jonathan Taylor. Best running back in the league. Number two, they have the most electric tight end in the league. Not to mention a receiving corps that has been unbelievable so far because of the man hurling the ball to him.
To be honest, you haven't.
Michael Pittman's looked great. Adonai Mitchell, he got cut, but he made that great catch. We were there. We were watching the game. Right in the breadbasket, and then he dropped it when he was going in the end zone. Alec Pierce, he's looked good. Mr. Josh Downs, shout out Jacob Tuck, he's looked good too. I think this Colts team has a lot of promise. And, the AFC South, it's a two-man race right now. But we're going to see the Colts in the playoffs, and they're going to do some damage rank. And Danny Dimes is going to have some hardware with him at the end of the year.
They will make the playoffs. I agree with you. They're winning the division. Their offensive line is the biggest reason. He's having some time to throw for the first time in his career, which congrats. He's not doing it. We've seen a lot of quarterbacks resurrect their careers, i.e. Sam Darnold when they have time in the pocket. But he's not winning the MVP. This is just ludicrous.
You just said he's a fraud, but you're saying that when he actually gets time in the pocket, which he never had when he was in New York, that he's a good quarterback. I mean, that sounds like every quarterback that's ever existed.
He's a decent quarterback.
There we go.
You're going to hear Liam. Right. He's a decent quarterback.
Ray, I have a question for you. In the next 7 weeks, they play Chargers, Chiefs, and Jaguars. If they win 2 of the 3 of those games, will you read a little something for us? Is there something maybe you could read?
A little memo?
No, I'm not reading a memo.
Those are 3 hard. Those are 3 hard games. You know what? And they're probably going to win all 3. And
Daniel Jones wins MVP. I will read whatever Liam puts in front of me, no matter what it is. I will read it on air.
That's fair. It's going to be sad because he's going to win like Offensive Player of the Year, but not MVP, and you're going to be off the hook.
Well, Rick, let me throw out one stat for you, real quick.
Player of the Year.
Before we move on, Rick, one stat.
Comeback, maybe.
The Indianapolis Colts right now lead the NFL in point differential. They are at plus 73. No one in the entire league is above 47. That's your fun stat of the day. Offense is electric. And who's leading that charge? Danny Dimes. All right. I'm good to move on. That's
all right, Rank, what do you have for your take?
My take comes from what happened this week. And the Bengals finally got their new quarterback until Joe Burrow comes back. And the Bengals sitting at 2-3 in a surprisingly weak AFC, I feel like, for once. Like, I feel like historically we've been talking about good the AFC is, but with like Lamar Jackson or stuff like that, this team, the Titans have fallen off a little bit. The Bengals with Joe Flacco will stay in the hunt long enough for Joe Burrow to come back playoff time and get them into the playoffs. And this Bengals team will make some noise in the playoffs with Joe Burrow healthy. But Joe Flacco is the reason this team will make the playoffs this year.
Wow.
So you're not concerned about, 2-3 in, I was going to say a good division, but it's been a weird division this year, and we're going to get into that. But you're not concerned about any of the other problems going on here. Suddenly just inserting 55-year-old Joe Flacco is going to make this team, a contender in the playoffs.
I think the biggest thing is that no quarterbacks had time in that pocket to do anything. And Joe Flacco does not need time to do things. This team has so many weapons. Like Chase Brown can get the ball more, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. He needs to get the ball out of his hands fast into his playmakers. And we've seen Joe Flacco do that successfully in many different offenses over the past couple of years.
All right, what about the defense? That's not going to hold them back at all?
Well, once the offense starts gets going, the defense is on the field less. The defense needs to pick it up. They're not tired as much. Everything in football is connected. And if the offense can get going, the defense can get going as well.
Right. They gave up 48 points to Carson Wentz a few weeks ago.
Because they were on the field the entire time because Jake Browning was getting sacked and throwing picks.
Rank, I'm not going to completely disagree with your take. I think they could get any team in the AFC could get into the playoffs at 8-9 this year. I think that's very valid. But they got the Packers coming up this upcoming week. They play the Steelers twice. They play the Ravens twice. They play the Bills. Man, they gotta win a couple of those games to be in the hunt. They
definitely have to beat the Steelers at least once. Do you think they have to win the division to make it, or
no? They don't have to win the division. I think they could, based on how weak the division is. Depends how long Lamar Jackson's out. Like this division's really wide open at this point, and it could be their division to win. I don't think they have to win it, but like Joe Flacco going back against the Ravens, like his old team, little rivalry, like he has played in 3 of the 4 teams in this division now, and he knows the division better than anybody else. He plays AFC North football, and he can find a way to win this division.
He's just got the Steelers left, and then he's completed the division, right? Has anyone done that?
I don't think anybody's ever
Did it
done
ever
that. Anybody
happen?
started for every single team in the division.
I
always
don't
look
know.
this up
But
as well.
I'd like to know that.
Continue to talk.
Any other takes on Rankel's take there?
It's going to be tough with that Swiss cheese O-line, buddy. It's going to be really tough.
He might, with his old age, he might break a couple bones. It could happen. Like, he gets hit too hard, it's not looking good.
No.
All right, I'm going to go to my take, and that is sorry, Liam, this is a realistic MVP take. I'm going with Baker Mayfield, who has been the most clutch player in the NFL at QB, will win the MVP with his, I believe it's 3-2 Buccaneers. I don't know if anyone's been watching the Bake Show, but one score games in every win, literally going down the field, leading these touchdown drives in the last 2-minute drill to perfection. I don't know how you can't make a great MVP case here. I got the stats pulled up. He's top 4 in yards, top 3 in touchdowns. He's got beautiful QBR. I don't know what more you need. He's got amazing chemistry with Egbuka, who should definitely make our rookie watch, which we're going to talk about later. And it's really just kind of, I don't want to compare him to someone like Josh Allen, but it is kind of like, let me put this team on my back. If I need to run for the first down in the 2-minute drill, if I need to throw on a 4th down to get the first down and it's only 10 yards away and make that precision pass, that's what you got to do. And he did carve up my Seahawks, which is a very good defense. Putting up 38 points on that defense is no small matter right there. So I believe when it's all said, it will not be Daniel Jones. He might be the runner-up, but it will be Baker Mayfield holding the MVP trophy.
That's not a bad take at all, Truitt. I got a stat for you guys here on Baker Mayfield. Per throw, averaging 7.5 yards. Per rush, 7.6. Baker Mayfield this season is the most electric rusher at the quarterback position. How crazy is that?
I will be honest, I used to hate Baker. Didn't like him in the Browns, didn't like him in Oklahoma, but I have fully come around on him. And this Buccaneers team should be the favorite of the NFC to make the playoffs, to win, go to the Super Bowl. Because Baker Mayfield and this offense is electric. Like, you have Baker Mayfield slinging the rock. Emeka Egbuka has been amazing. Mike Evans is still there. When Rashad White and Bucky Irving both running the ball, Kate Auden as being a tight end. Like, this team has got so many playmakers up and down this offense. And Baker Mayfield really makes this offense go. His tenacity, his fight, like, he has never give up, never say die. Like, it is fun watching Buccaneer football, and it hasn't been fun watching Buccaneer football in a little bit.
You can't teach clutch.
No, you can't. That game versus the Eagles, I mean, that was a bang-bang. That was a bang-bang game. I mean, it could have gone either way, and I hope we are privy to another matchup this postseason between those two teams.
Me too, because it means the Eagles are.
We got a fun slate for the Bucs coming up. They play the Niners and then the Lions. That's gonna be fun.
Are any of those on primetime games?
Let's see.
I love a Sunday night Lions Bucs. Fire me up. Couple cold ones going down the gullet, baby.
All right, bro. Tell them how you really feel, big man.
That's how I feel, man. That's how I feel.
We have a Monday night game, Truitt, so you can get a little boozy for Bucs Lions. How about that?
Love that. Yeah. Monday means 8 going down. All right. This is a new segment on Fun the Locker Room we touched on a little bit. It's called Buy or Sell. And the first one up, we're going to cover very briefly because we kind of talked to it. Yes.
You haven't mentioned our sponsor. Do we have a sponsor for this segment?
Yeah.
Buy or Sell brought to you by Gatorade. Get hard, Gatorade.
Just do it.
Nope, that's Nike. It's Get Hard.
Do it.
Nope. Gatorade's not going to be very happy with us. And I know that I'm going to be the guy that's going to have to deal with the paperwork and not you two clowns. So thanks for that, Liam. Appreciate it.
Buy or sell.
Buy or sell. I don't really want to say.
Let's get sweet with this.
Let's get sweet. Let's get sweet. We already touched on the Colts. I think Liam and I are both buyers, and Rank is definitely selling his stock. So we'll skip on that. We're going to go straight to a game where I think Monday Night Football was a huge display to the national media, to the world that we are here, and that is the 4-1 Jacksonville Jaguars. Are you guys buying or selling the stock?
Duval! I'm a buyer, man. I'm a buyer. I've been waiting for this Jags team to wake up. Trevor Lawrence is back. I was in a group chat. This was absurd take. Show it to my Uncle Mark. I was in a group chat with my dad. And Uncle Mark was like, wow, I'd rather take this Trevor Lawrence guy over Mahomes. And I was like, all right. Let's settle down. That's a little crazy. But this game, not so much. Down 14-0. Come back, score 3 straight, 99-yard pick 6 to the crib. Not only did they beat the Chiefs, they beat the referees. They played great. This team is clicking on all cylinders. And when Brian Thomas Jr. wakes up, they're going to be a force.
Hopefully that happens at some point.
I don't get Liam's inconsistency over here. And this team screams Vikings. This team screams 11-1 Steelers. This team screams a team that is overachieving with a wide receivers not playing well. Travis Hunter, who has been in general been a bust since coming to the NFL, and a Trevor Lawrence guy who's literally just game managing his way to victories. He's not doing anything special out there. Not doing anything great, and they're scraping by. And I really don't think this team is what their record says. They are 4-1. It was a big win. Don't get me wrong. They played great against their Chiefs. But this is not a 4-1 football team that's going to continue throughout the season.
What do you have against the AFC South, man? What's going on? What do they do?
AFC South. They will always be the bottom. I just don't see what I like the Jags. They've got good talent. There's some talent there, but they're not this good. They are overachieving at this point in the season. True, who's the voice of reason at this point?
Can I hold? I don't think I can hold. I'm going to sell also. I'm not. The Chiefs' win was very good, but also this Chiefs team has a lot of problems. I think Trevor Lawrence is playing some of the best football of his career. It's definitely going to be a test. You got Seahawks, Rams, and then Chargers. But then you look at the rest of it. I mean, they're lucky enough to play the Texans, who are not having a good year again. Cardinals, Titans twice. I think they're going to probably win the division, but it's going to be a misleading record. And it's going to be a quick out.
Are we just going to completely glaze over the fact that they went into San Francisco and ran all over that defense? They ran all over it. ETN had 120 yards.
Sure. You think they're going to beat the Colts in this division?
Man.
I don't know, Rank. That's a very good question. In your mind, that's fraud v. fraud right there.
It is fraud v. fraud, and I take the first fraud.
This defense has been insane. Absolutely insane. They had 4 takeaways against San Fran. They had a 99-yard pick 6 against Mahomes and the Chiefs. Like, man.
But the Vikings do this every year, and you always say their shit.
No, the Vikings don't do this every year, because if the Vikings were 4-1, Justin Jefferson would have 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns. Their guy, their main man, has 200 yards and hasn't gotten the end zone yet.
Well, maybe he isn't that good. Maybe Brian Thomas just isn't that good. Have we thought about that yet? Maybe he was a fraud his first year, and he's really proven it right now that he is not that
sophomore
good.
Slump. The dirty sophomore slump.
And what are they doing with Travis Hunter? I want to see Travis Hunter play some offensive football and make a difference on this team, because right now he's not.
That was a great catch that Travis had, though. It was a great catch.
Exactly, but why can't he do more of that?
Because that defense is locked down. That's where they need him. They got a guy that has 4 picks already. Shout out Devin Lloyd.
Would you compare this defense to that Jalen Ramsey? What do they call it? What was that unit called? What was their nickname? That Jalen Ramsey defense when they went to the conference championship and lost to Brady.
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, it's too soon to tell, but I have a lot of belief in this team, man. A lot of belief. AFC South's kind of a wagon with those 2 juggernauts.
All right, we're going to switch NFC South. And again, we've touched on this. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Are we all buying Tampa Bay Buccaneers stock? I think Rank most certainly is.
Oh, yeah. I put my entire house on them. This is the stock to buy, and this is the team to buy into.
Good.
They are they're going to win the division very easily. Very easily. That I think they could definitely get a bye.
Oh,
That historically has not been an indicator of a good team. Winning the NFC South doesn't mean that you're a good team, unfortunately.
But they've historically been a good playoff team in the past couple of years. Like they beat the Eagles back like
They
a couple
smoked the
years ago.
Eagles, man.
Yeah.
They are a team built for the playoffs, and I agree with Liam. I think they could be the 1 seed in the NFC this year.
Wow, I love that. Let's go 3-2 New England Patriots, who Sunday night had a great win over the Bills, handing the Bills first loss, only unbeaten team left. Drake May looked good. Defense looked good. Are you guys buying or selling the 3-2 Patriots?
I am all bought in. I am bought into Drake May. I'm bought into Stephon Diggs. They need to figure out who the hell they're going to give the ball to in the running back position. But they have 2 guys who, one guy is ready to break out, just sitting there wanting to get the ball. Another guy just keeps fumbling the ball away. But they will figure that out. Mike Vrabel is a great head coach. His defense is looking better. Drake May's really stepped into his own, and him and Stephon Diggs seem to have a special connection, especially on Sunday Night Football. They had some great plays. This Patriots team, also be fair to them, have probably the easiest schedule in the NFL this year, and I could easily see them getting double-digit wins and making the playoffs, maybe challenging for this division. But the Patriots are a real legitimate chance, and they're going to make the playoffs in my mind.
I'm going to also buy Rank. I'm going to echo your thoughts there. I like what I'm seeing out of Drake May. I like what I see out of it. Finally looks like a Mike Vrabel coached unit. Stephon Diggs at the ripe old age of 31 for receiver is looking really good. Like you said, they got a backfield. It's not a bad problem to have. They get to figure out that backfield. It's 2 very talented young men. Defense is looking solid. And not for nothing, they're 2-0 on the road. You know, just coming into Buffalo and getting that win. I know we're only 5 weeks in, but that's a big deal. Liam,
I'm just looking at their schedule ahead. It's a cakewalk.
It is a cakewalk.
Saints, Titans, Browns, Falcons. This team, they lost opening night, whatever, to the Raiders. And then they lost to the Steelers in a game which they fumbled the ball 15 and a half times. They don't do that. They're sitting at 4-1 right now. Absolutely insane. They need to figure out and give my boy Travion the ball. And once they do that, they're going to be great. This division is wide open, you know. I mean, the Bills are the favorite, but you never know. Pat's got them once. They can get them again.
Liam, looking at his schedule, like, we can go through this and play fun games, but, like,
yeah, game by game.
They're, like, you got Saints.
They lose to the Bucks.
They lose to the
maybe
Bucks.
Lose to Bills and Ravens, and that's kind of it.
So are we looking at a 5-loss team? Are they 12-5?
That's crazy. That's crazy. If they're 12-5 rank, I'm selling them as soon as we get to the playoffs. I'll tell you.
That's fair. They're a fraudulent 12-5 team. They're not worth 12-5. I think they're good enough to make the playoffs regardless of their schedule, but they're not 12-5 good.
Yes. I can agree on that. You've been throwing around that word a lot today, buddy.
Which one?
Fraudulent. Word of the week.
Right?
Stay hard.
What? We have get hard and stay hard now? Okay.
Just do it.
I have an idea of what the next one's going to be. Release. Anyways, let's go to the 3-2 Chargers. Won 3 straight to start the year and have now dropped back-to-back games. I feel like this is probably the toughest one we've had so far. Are you buying or selling?
I'll start off.
Chargers.
I'll start off. Unfortunately, I don't want to do this, but I'm selling. This team has too many injuries. Omari and Hampton just got hurt. Their offensive line is completely banged up. Those were the 2 things that were rolling for them when they were winning. It's going to be a lot harder in that pocket for Justin Herbert to get it done. Until they get healthy, I'm not bullish on this team. Not at all.
Well, and Najee Harris is out for the year too, so you really have a big question mark there, running back.
I feel like Liam kind of hit the nail on the head, and I hate to it because I was really high on the Chargers at 3-0, and they seem to finally click. Like, we've always talked about the fact that Justin Herbert throws the ball so much. They were starting to give the running game. They had a running game going. Their offensive line looked good. The defense was looking good. Derwin James should win Defensive Player of the Year one of these years because he's just a great safety. But they're not going to be able to overcome all these injuries. And it really sucks because Justin Herbert is a good quarterback. I don't care what people say. He's a good quarterback who was finally having a chance to thrive a little bit and just couldn't do it because of injuries.
And, Justin Herbert's best friend on the team, or at least should be, Joe Alt, is also injured. I mean, it's just all the injuries that we're just talking about, Liam. And
Yeah.
I really liked the Keenan Allen homecoming. What's going on with Quentin Johnson is looking great. He really is stepped it up. I don't know what's going on with Ladd McConkey, but yeah, I agree with you. And it's not like the schedule is going to get easier. They obviously have to play the Chiefs again, Broncos again. The rest of the AFC. I think it's a safe sell. Maybe we really should have sold at 3-0. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We're selling a little too late to True's point. We missed the.
We're just cutting our losses at this point.
Which
happens.
I think Jim Harbaugh is finally figuring it out there, and I want them to succeed.
Let's go with the 2-3 Bengals. Rank, you're going to start because we know you are buying with Joe Flacco coming in and saving the day, Superman cape style.
Yeah, I think they can just do enough to stay relevant until Joe Burrow comes back. Joe Flacco is just a much better quarterback than Jake Browning. So I'm buying stock here.
Liam?
I'm gonna politely sell now. I just don't see this team having much success. I think it's gonna be very hard for them to overcome this issue of quarterback identity and Swiss cheese offensive line. And Chase Brown, man. I'm glad I didn't draft him in fantasy. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I did.
I think he's going to turn around True. With Joe Flacco, real quarterback there, Chase Brown's going to get going.
I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping. I'm also going to sell, not so politely, but I just all I got to say is we've all seen the meme where it's you draft an offensive lineman and you can throw to whoever versus you draft nobody and it's Jamar Chase and the quarterback's falling back. I mean, we've all seen that meme before. It's gonna test this time. I think Joe Flacco might actually die on the field if he just gets hit enough.
Yeah, he's got to face TJ Watt twice, I believe. Oof.
Not fun. He might be on the Steelers by the end just so he doesn't have to play against TJ Watt. Here's a good one. This has been honestly a 4th star on the show, the amount of times that they get airtime. Let's go with the Kansas City Chiefs at 2-3. Buying or selling? Think carefully on this one.
I wanted to sell. When you guys were up here 2 weeks ago before the Ravens game, I wanted to sell on the Chiefs because I didn't think they were all that. And I thought Mahomes was taking a step back. And they went out and did against the Ravens what they did. And obviously Lamar Jackson got hurt. But before Lamar Jackson got hurt, this team was dominating the Baltimore Ravens, who were at full strength at the time. And looked like a different team. And it's just without Rashee Rice, who's going to be back in 2 weeks. And I think he can definitely be a difference maker in this team and give Patrick Mahomes another weapon. This team is talented. This team knows how to turn it on when they need to. Are they as good as they were the past couple of years? No. That's definitely not true. They've definitely taken a step back. But it's still hard to bet against the Chiefs, and I would still put them in the top 3 favorite to win the AFC. So I'm buying the Chiefs stock because it's probably at an all-time low right now, and I will buy it.
Yep. Absolutely. I'm with Rank there. They will not miss the playoffs. I'm betting the house on that. They are a playoff team through and through.
And with all the AFC teams falling apart, like the Chargers, you were probably concerned about at one point, but now they're out of it.
That's a good point. That division is really kind of up for grabs. The Broncos haven't really been that strong, and the Raiders are just god awful. But I'm also going to buy our key stat for the Chiefs is that through Week 5, Patrick Mahomes is the Chiefs' leading rusher, which is really concerning. Just showing you that Pacheco and Kareem Hunt are not getting it done. I don't know what happened to Pacheco. I thought he was good when he started his career, but
it's the leg.
That injury really derailed him, man.
It's hard to come back from that type of injury, like breaking your leg. That's got to be one of the worst ones.
Yeah, I still trust that defense. Obviously, I trust Chris Jones, McDuffie, all those guys. It was a bad loss on Monday, very bad loss. Did you guys see the play where Chris Jones just wasn't showing any effort on that?
Yeah.
So clearly there's something mental going on, but we've been burned too much on this show by selling Patrick Mahomes, so I'm going to buy as well. I honestly thought about deleting this one. 1-4 Miami Dolphins. I am selling.
Luckily, I never bought them to begin with. Thank God.
Yeah. I am shorting them, actually.
I think Mike McDaniels will be good OC next year. I think somebody's gonna be really happy. He's like similar to Cliff Kingsbury is doing well in Washington. Like Mike McDaniels will go back and be a good OC somewhere.
Yeah, that's probably. So you think he gets canned?
Oh yeah, he's. I don't think he makes it out of the season, but if he does, he's being fired the day after the season.
Play my man, Ollie Gordon. That's all I'm asking. Get him some reps. The season's over.
Just need a running back.
Here's going to be another great one, almost as good as the Chiefs, because we talk about them endlessly. Probably the biggest story, one of the biggest stories of the season, the 1-4 Baltimore Ravens. I think I went on record by saying when we were in DC that if they dropped to 1-3, they'd be the best 1-3 team of all time. They're 1-4 now. I don't know if that's true because this team is really A, injured, and B, just kind of not as good as we thought they were going to be. Are you buying or selling? Keep taking into consideration Lamar's injury timeline.
I think this is the perfect time to buy. I think they're still a playoff team. And if they make it to the playoffs and they're healthy, they have a shot to win the whole thing. Big question mark is that defense and Derrick Henry's ability to hold on to the fucking ball. I don't think, have we ever seen anything like this in our lifetime where he has fumble problems? It's insane. Perfect storm has gone wrong for the Ravens, but they could definitely turn it around.
It's a great point. It really is perfect storm.
Yeah, I'll echo Liam's point about Derrick Henry, especially. Like, I don't know what's happened to him. Like, he's supposed to be the one constant. They started off good. Like, he cannot fumble the ball. They need to keep giving him the ball. He needs to perform better for this team to have a chance. Lamar Jackson has to be healthy, obviously. I agree. Yeah. They are the best 1-3 team in my memory anytime recently. I'm buying them to make the playoffs. Depends on how long Lamar Jackson's out. If Lamar Jackson's out, Lamar Jackson's back next week, the week after. Yeah, but if he's out for the next couple weeks and they fall 1-7, because I don't see them getting a win with Cooper Rush, then they're really in a hole there and they're not coming back from it. So I would probably sell them making the playoffs just because of the hole they're digging themselves into it. But with Lamar Jackson, they're better than they are right now.
Yeah, this is. I'm just thinking about Derrick Henry. Like, this is not the same Derrick Henry we saw last year that had 2,100 scrimmage yards.
Jesus.
Just very different feel to him. The fumbling, as Liam touched on, but also 63 rushing yards a game. It's absolutely mind-boggling. He had 113 rushing yards a game last year, and he's having about half of that. And for as many weeks as you're going to have Cooper Rush, you really need to rely on this. But then, is it going to really make up the fact that this defense is injured, not good in general, giving up yards, air, on the ground? I'm going to buy just because it is very low. Like, they're 1-4. What do you realistically think they could finish record-wise?
It all depends if Lamar Jackson's healthy or not.
Yeah.
It's really depending on that.
10-7.
Wow. So they go 9-3 in the next 12 games. I
feel like that's on pace. Then, if he's healthy, I feel like that's.
Yeah, but if he misses games, they could fall down to
they could go 1-8,
5-12.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like there's been too many seasons in the Lamar Jackson timeline of these. He gets hurt and the team falls apart, which obviously, to Liam's point, has brought up to me. He's a very valuable player, but his most valuable asset, as they've said all the time, is being healthy, and he hasn't had that in his career, unfortunately.
Availability, man.
It's the best ability. All right, we have 4 teams left. We're gonna round it out. Final 4, starting with 2-3 Houston Texans, and by God, the downfall of CJ Stroud.
I'm not buying this team. Not at all. Not at all. They have 2 teams in their division that are better than them, and they play in the AFC South. That's all that needs to be said.
I'm also selling CJ Stroud. The whole team just looks like it's lost a step. someone's gonna pull up that stat about CJ Stroud's stats since he little boyed
Yeah.
Since he baby bro.
Caleb Williams. It's
Yeah,
really bad. Did you
Shout out
guys see
Casper.
in his interview, CJ Stroud, who's like probably 25 years old, was talking about how he's like lost a step athleticism wise. Did you guys see that? Like he looked back at film of himself his rookie year and was like, "Damn, I used to be so much faster." Like,
Well, that was like 2 years ago. What the?
yeah, I'm selling.
I think I was selling going into the season. I think the Texans
Yeah.
are taking a step back, and this is just confirmed. Any thoughts this year?
Let's go with another interesting one. NFC East for Rankle 2-2-1. Dallas Cowboys.
I hate to say it, but if you're talking about MVP candidates, Dak Prescott's up there again. When he is healthy, Dak Prescott throwing the ball around. This offense is one of the better offenses in the NFL. Their defense is terrible. I wonder what it would look like if they actually had kept Micah Parsons. Maybe this team is a playoff team right now, but without Micah and this defense being terrible, the Cowboys are a very fun, frisky 8-1 team that is going to miss the playoffs, but they'll have a fun ride to get there, and Dak might get some MVP votes.
I love it, Rank. This offense is absolutely electric. MVD.
I'm also going to buy. I think that game versus the Packers, as much as like you could call it a Packers implosion because it kind of was, that just gave fuel that they needed. Honestly, they kind of just handed that game to the Cowboys, and the Cowboys took it and really turned it into momentum for themselves. A couple of young boys in DC won some money on George Pickens. Shout out George Pickens, wide receiver 1 when he needs to be. Shout out Javonte Williams. Shout out Jerry Jones flipping the bird on the Jets fans.
Shout out Big Jake Ferguson too, Mr. Tight End 1. I said that, yeah, Tight End 1 so far.
Speaking of tight ends, he is dating one of the Cavenders. Shout out Jake Ferguson.
All right.
So we're all buying. Okay, let's go 1-4 Las Vegas Raiders, led by Geno Smith and Pete Carroll. Rankle, are you going to buy this stock?
Do we have an apology coming from you guys about the didn't write back memes and Geno Smith? Because he's really fallen off a cliff. Geno probably has the most turnovers in the NFL this year. He keeps throwing picks nonstop. He's really slinging the rock in Las Vegas, and it's not to his own team. This is an easy sell. This team is garbage.
He is leading the league in picks with 9. Yes, you are correct.
They wasted an all-time JT game too.
They did.
Just
they need to give him the ball more. Get him in space, get him do something. But it's really hard when he was just 8-man boxes because Geno can't do shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Out of 32 qualified QBs, Geno Smith has the 28th best QBR. That's really bad.
Who's below him, Troy? For shits and giggles.
Jake Browning, Russell Wilson, the newest Bengals QB, Joe Flacco, and Cam Ward.
Elite company, as they say.
6-9 touchdown to interception ratio. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Geno Smith. I guess every quarterback that leaves Seattle just gets worse. I don't know.
Thanks.
I don't know where he is, man.
Last team.
Last team is going to be Rankle's team, the 1-4 New York Giants. After, dare I say, a career-defining win for Jackson Dart a few weeks ago.
I think Liam was wrong when he started the show saying Jackson Dart was the Saints' best defender. Because I feel like I watched that game last week, and for the first time, I don't know how long, I watched the game, and the reason we lost the game was not our quarterback.
Rank, you guys tied an NFL record for 5 straight giveaways on 5 straight possessions.
Okay. This Scatterby was bad.
Is that true?
Darius Slayton's fumble was bad. The first Jackson Dart pick was not bad. It was a 4th and 1. He kept it on field. That was basically a punt. That was really smart by him. The fumble was terrible. Don't get me. The fumble was terrible. And the last pick was just forcing it.
The last pick was bad too.
He was just forcing it. We were down big. He actually played really well, Liam. You got to be right. He started the game
He played a really good first half. I'll give him that. Second half, it was just.
He's showing the signs, and this team can turn around. Scadaboo plays great when he's not fumbling. I think he's pissed off. This team has a new energy to a new swag to a new toughness to it with these two white boys leading the helm. And they're going to have a great game this Thursday. Tomorrow night is going to be a huge, defining Jackson Dart game.
I wouldn't even call Scadaboo white.
You know what? You know what, Rank? I'll give you this. They got to let Dart run the ball more.
Yeah.
He was electric in space. That was like our Achilles heel during the game. But that being said, I can't believe I bought this stock at the beginning of the season. I can't believe I was talked into it. And the fucking MetLife turf claims another victim. Prayers up from Malik Neighbors, man. So awful. When the hell are they going to insert actual grass there?
For the World Cup next year.
They better. They're going to get screwed into oblivion.
Yeah. I also bought some stock with Liam. We went in together. We might have been under the influence. I don't remember why we bought stock in them.
Rankle QB sneaked us. That's what it was.
Literally, yeah, the rankle drug. But honestly, if you look at what the offensive makeup was at the beginning of the season with Russell Wilson,
how was
Tracy, and you look at it now with the two white boys where they belong, I got to double down and buy more stock. I really do. Like, you have to just buy more.
All right, bro.
I'm buying more.
Good thing you're not in charge of my finances. I might buy some more next season. I'm not buying any more now. No shot, no way.
I think the Saints defense is like sneaky kind of good. So I don't know how much of a
I don't know what you're watching, man. We got
I'm just
40-year-old Cam Jordan lining up on D-line.
Kool-Aid was
I'm completely bullshitting. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to validate my buy.
True. Before we move on, though, I want to hit on one team that didn't make the list. If you guys are willing to speak about it,
yeah.
This is my biggest buy. I'm putting my mortgage on the Denver Broncos right now. Upcoming schedule: Jets, Giants, Cowboys, Texans, Raiders, Chiefs. In 6 weeks? In 6 weeks, the Broncos will be in sole possession of the 1 seed in the AFC. You've heard it here first. They're going to claim a bye in the playoffs, and they're going to be the 1 seed to finish the season. The Denver Broncos.
They do have an atrocious next couple games, but the back end looks pretty tough. Packers, Jaguars, Chiefs, Chargers. But they got to win the games they have to win. You got to win both against the Raiders. You got to beat the Texans, beat the Giants.
Sean Payton has revitalized his team. He's no longer a Saint coach. We can erase that from memory. He is the face of the Denver Broncos. This defense is insane. Bo Nix, so underrated. He turned around Dobbins' career, and Sutton is looking like a wide receiver 1. Scary hours in Denver, man.
I agree with everything you're saying about the team. Cortland Sutton, the running game, Bo Nix has played great. Defense is great. They're a great football team. I think you're a little crazy to think they're the 1 seed at the end of the season, especially when they go 4-2 the next stretch with losses to the Chiefs and the Giants, of course. But I do like the Broncos. I do like the Broncos. I think you could have them win this division. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat the Chiefs for the division. I really like this team. Bo Nix is a great quarterback. Sean Payton's really bringing the best out of this team. They're a top 3 team in the AFC right now.
Wow. So you guys are all buying.
I'm buying with all my money. All my money.
Sprinkle a little on.
So you double down on the Giants, but you sprinkle on the Broncos. I mean, thank God you're not my financial advisor, big man.
Hey, just wait till we get to the Thursday Night Football picks, then we'll talk about who knows ball.
All right.
Just 3 teams. We have so much football we could talk about. I do have this section talking about the Eagles, Bills, Lions, and just kind of concerns. We can touch on it briefly if we want. Like, how are we feeling collectively about those teams, our typical contenders?
I said it earlier, and I really do think the Eagles are slightly fraudulent. I think this is more similar to the Eagles team 2 years ago than it was last year when they started off really well, and they were like, we didn't really think they're that good, but they kept winning games closely, and then they fell off afterwards, and they lost to the Buccaneers in the first round. Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback. I will never get over that thing. AJ Brown needs to get the ball in his hands. Like they did that one half of football where they actually looked like a real football team, and they haven't been able to replicate it since. If I'm an Eagles fan and we know plenty of them, I'd be terrified.
Stat of the day. They have 2 games of over 300 yards of offense, and one of them, ironically, was in the loss to the Broncos, and it was 302 yards. But, they were an offensive powerhouse last year. Obviously, with great O-line, you have Saquon, you have Jalen Hurts, you have A.J. Brown. I don't know what's going on there. So I would also be a little worried, too. And honestly, we're talking about them a little differently if Baker Mayfield beats them in the 3-2. That's a very different narrative here than 4-1.
And can Saquon stop talking about the fucking Giants? He's gotten paid. He's won a Super Bowl. Why is he coming up with a whole new documentary talking about how he left the Giants and how he would have taken only $10 million to come back to us? Like, grow up, move on. Come on now.
He was never going to be a Giant.
No, he wasn't.
Let's be completely honest.
He wasn't. Like, we didn't want him. He was not going to be best for our team. He could get more money being out there. Like, it worked out best for both worlds in my mind at this point. And can he fucking move on and stop putting out documentaries?
I'm with you there. Touch on the Bills. The Bills did just lose. We haven't touched on them at all outside of just mentioning that they lost to the Patriots. But are we worried at all?
No. They have Josh Allen. As long as they have Josh Allen, they will win games. They'll be fine.
I echo Liam's sentiment, especially in a weaker AFC this year. Like they're probably my favorite to win the AFC right now.
I do love watching Josh Allen play football. It's so beautiful. Any other teams we want to touch on? Excuse me, before we get into our rookie watch and our Thursday night football and all that good stuff.
I'm good with rookies. Let's go.
All right, let's get into the rookies. This is a new segment we started last show where we're doing I don't really know the cadence, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to touch on our rookie watch because we do love young men. The first time we did it, I had Tet, Liam had JJ McCarthy, Rank had Jackson Dart. I think Rank has kind of aged the best, ironically. But we're going to go with our current picks. I'm going to let you guys start on what rookies are really catching your eyes.
I'll follow up with Jackson Dart and pick his running mate. The Cam Scatterbo is probably one of the best 4th-round rookies this year. The fact that he fell that far and then he picked him up and he is now the lead running back in New York. His blitz pickup has been great. He's been great on the passing downs. He had the one fumble against you guys, but he not only has he played well in the field, but he seems to become a leader in that locker room and has really stepped up in that aspect and has brought some fire to this team, which when you're this bad, you need somebody to bring in the fire, and he's done that, and he's really made a difference cultural-wise, on the field, everything. Cam Scatterbo has been a difference maker.
I like it. Sticking with the Giants.
He's brought a lot of life into this team, Rank. A lot of life.
Does anyone have the video up of this is 6 and 4-4, whatever it says? It's a great video. How does that not get you fired up?
Some cold-ass white boys, man.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Cheers to that. Liam, who is your rookie?
All right. Obviously, offensive rookie of the year. I mean, it's got to be Igbokwe. He's been unfucking real. Leads the Buccaneers in targets, catches, yards, first downs, and receiving touchdowns. This is a squad with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin on it, too. He's been Baker Mayfield's favorite target. He's looked absolutely unbelievable. Dare I say he's been a top 3 wide receiver this year.
I don't think it's a bad take. I don't think it's a bad take.
Puka? Then I go with Buka. Puka. He's been absolutely unreal. I hope he keeps it up. I hope he stays healthy. But, man, he looked, and I'm not going to lie, no glaze. And those old creamsicle jerseys, those off-white, fucking sexy. He was dazzling in those jerseys, too. No glaze.
Not only are you glazing, you're creaming. That's crazy. You guys see the graphic of they showed the Ohio State wide receiver room?
Wide receiver, you baby.
Chris Olave, JSN, Marv, Igbokwe. I think I'm missing
Michael
one
Thomas.
more. Yeah. My pick is going to be the man they call Bill Krosky Merritt, who finally This is kind of just a fantasy gut check for me. Finally broke out of the purgatory that is wide receiver by committee. They need it. This Commanders team has been weird. Terry's been out. Jane Daniels has been out. Finally good to see JCM break out amongst the likes of Chris Rodriguez and Jalen McDaniels, whatever his name is. I think I'm on the hype train. I don't know if anyone else is, but as a fantasy owner, I'm fully on the hype train. I have a lot of fantasy rookie running backs, Travion Henderson, Krosky Merritt. It's time to finally have one break free and spread his wings, and that's my guy. So I think this one's going to age very well.
I'm a big fan as well. Also have a fantasy, but after last week's big touchdown run, I think he's going to get a lot more bigger share of the running back workload this week, which would be a big for him.
And he was a low pick, right, in the draft.
7th rounder.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Some are saying the best 7th rounder in a while.
Dare I say? Sean Rankel, if you could please introduce the Thursday Night Football pick segment, I'm gonna just sit back and listen.
Yeah, I don't know how this has happened, Liam. I'm not sure what we've done to deserve this, but Truitt has started off the year 5-1.
Wow.
Seems to be hitting all the right picks. He's zigging while we're zagging. He's going against the trends, and he is not doing what he normally does, and is sitting in first place. I am at 2-4, and Liam is at 1-5. Truitt in 3-game lead to start the season. Still early, so lots of games. Still some double or nothing. Still some double point Thanksgiving Day football, and we'll see how it goes. But it's a good start for you. And
Thank you.
For this week's game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles traveling up I-95 to the Meadowlands to play the New York Giants.
What?
Truitt, as the leader in the clubhouse, you can make the first pick of the night. It is Eagles at Giants -7.5 for the Eagles. What do you got?
I'm not used to going first. I really don't like it because usually I can hear you guys' good points and kind of make my decision on the fly. I am going to be taking the Giants here to cover 7.5. You know what, Rank? I'm believing in the defense and I'm believing in Jackson Dart. And I'm emphasis on the defense because I think Eagles are going to struggle a little bit. We touched on it before. They're really missing Kellen Moore, really missing him. Offense looks like a completely different unit from last year. And my secret for all the fans is I've gotten a little greedy with underdogs covering big spreads, and we're going to stick with that. Stick to our guns here.
I have been debating all day. I've been thinking
Do
about
it, Rank.
Rankle.
Do it, Rank. Use that double or nothing, Rank. Do it. It's calling you.
I'm going to take double or nothing on
Yes!
the New York Giants. This is final week. Brian Burns, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau again, lots of pressures, but have him again in the sacks. Jalen Hurts is going to get hit early, get hit often. He's going to be on his ass, and this Giants team is going to get a win in prime time, under the lights, where they thrive. Jackson Dart, Cam Skywoo, new era. Giants are winning this game. Double or nothing. We're closing this gap on Truitt.
Rankle, can you, for the fans, explain the rules for the double or nothing, the outcomes?
We've given our double or nothing can only be used when it is above a 6-point spread, and in this case it is. How this would work, if the Giants win the game outright, I get 2 wins. If they cover and do not win, I get 1 loss. However, if the Eagles cover, I get 2 losses, right? Is that what you're doing?
Yes. You nailed it correctly.
The man in the Giants jersey is pushing all the chips to the middle of the table for his team.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't get you fucking fired up on this Wednesday. I don't know what does, baby.
God.
It's a nice early season double or nothing. Got started off strong. I'm really feeling good about it.
I don't know if Liam's doing a squad ride. I hope he is.
That felt so good, Rank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to go Eagles cover. I can't wait to see them have a get-right game against the Giants. This is going to be Saquon. Saquon's going to be angry. Oh, you thought he was throwing shots? Oh, just wait for the game. He's going to have 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and everyone's going to be sad. It's going to be a lot of rum and cokes. It's going to be a lot of sadness, and I'm going to jump you in the rankings.
I think you're really going to fall down this list. I'm really glad you've gone from being all high and mighty last couple of years to now being bottom of the barrel and going to go even farther down.
Hey, Thursday night is weird, man. I'm not used to it.
Thursday night is, dude, anything happens on a Thursday night.
That's why you.
It's not normal logic. You have to have like prime time Thursday.
Truett's got the right mindset of always pick the underdogs on big spreads in rivalries and short weeks. I should have taken that. I talked about it last week. I said I should have taken the double or nothing on the Niners, and they won.
Should have.
Rank, you hit it on the head. I mean, these Thursday night games, especially, we've had a lot of division rivals. Like right before that, we didn't air, but we had Seahawks Cardinals, and I mean it's always tight. I think I actually ironically took the favorite on that, but it's just good games, you know. Gone are the days where we would watch the shittiest Thursday night football games ever.
Al Michaels has changed it. All right, I have a trivia question / fun fact before we get into some baseball conversations. We were talking earlier about if any quarterback had played for every team in a division. And according to the reliable source ChatGPT, no quarterback has ever done it. But Joe Flacco will become the third quarterback to play for 3 out of 4 teams in a division. The other two are both recent quarterbacks that I think you both know and love. I mean, not love, but both know. Can you name the other 2 quarterbacks?
Not James. I was thinking Jameis originally.
No,
I don't think it was. It hasn't been Jameis.
These are recent, you say?
They're like in the past 5 years they've already retired.
That's pretty recent, yeah.
Are these guys still playing now or no?
No, neither are still playing now. They're both journeymen. They played around a lot. Like the first guys played for 9 different teams.
Who?
Can we go Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Ryan Fitzpatrick, okay. AFC East, Bills, Jets, Dolphins.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a good one. Good. All right, we got another one.
It's not someone like Tannehill, right?
No, it's not the AFC East. It's an NFC division.
Okay. NFC.
Liam, do you think it's the South or no? Probably not.
I don't know because before Drew, after Drew, no, I don't think it's the South. What is it?
I feel like it's the North or the.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Seahawks have kind of been similar. We've only had 2 QBs in the last. Oh, you know what? It's not Sam Darnold, is it? No.
No.
He was on the Niners.
I apologize. I'm trying to fact check ChatGPT, and it is wrong on this person. He's only played for 2 of these teams.
Oh.
He's now the quarterback's coach of the third, so it doesn't really count. So I'll give it to you. Josh McCown was the last one.
Wasn't going to get that.
Didn't do it. So Ryan Fitzpatrick and Joe Flacco will be the 2 of 2 who played for 3 out of 4 teams. Have started for 3 out of 4 teams.
Here at Fun in the Locker Room, we are anti-ChatGPT.
Yeah.
We're pro Gemini now. Pro Gemini. That was good trivia, Rank. Thank you.
Of course.
I'm just gonna let you guys lead this section. I really don't want to be honest.
I think we want to. The Major League Baseball postseason's happening right now. Liam, while we're here right now, you want to update us on how's the scores looking like? I know you have been.
Yeah. So right now I'm locked into this Blue Jays Yankees game.
Yeah.
It's 2-1 Blue Jays. The Yankees are on the brink of elimination, and the Jays have runners at second and third with 2 outs. So I'm hoping George Springer can come through right here.
It's not 2-1 anymore.
Yes.
So
yes.
Is some saying that?
Never mind. Lucas is up.
Cam Schlittler kind of over celebrated his last game. Like, are some people saying he overreacted?
No, he's pitched great. It's just their offense stinks. You know, postseason and Yankees don't really go together.
Well, and Rank, just like relative, if you look at the starts that in the series that Fried and Rodon and Gill had, they all went like 2-3 innings. So I would say Schlittler is having.
It is now
just by comparison.
It's now 4-1 Jays. So Shout out Lucas.
I'm curious, Liam, because we'll talk about the series right now while we're on it. Aaron Judge is hitting 500 this postseason, but is it the most meaningless 500 you've ever seen?
Listen, Vladdy Jr. has more playoff moments in this series than Aaron Judge has in his entire career. You know, I said it at the beginning of the season. When it comes down to it, the Yankees have to rely on guys like Goldschmidt and Chisholm and Bellinger and Trent Grisham. Like all these guys, they're not going to come through. There's not. They don't have anyone else besides Judge. And the recipe for success in playoffs is to have a lot of guys that can hit and do well.
And if you're Aaron Judge, hitting 500 with one home run in now 7 playoff games this time around is not going to get it done.
You not good enough.
Your RBIs up. You need to get these home runs in. Like, you are a power hitter, and this is not good enough for you as the captain of the New York Yankees. Yeah. It is disgraceful.
I'm with you, Rank. His one postseason highlight from this postseason was last night with that homer, and I mean, you could tell me that the rest of the hits that he got that got him to being 500 were all singles, and I believe you. Like, it's nothing of notability at all.
And to in his defense, I'll play a little devil's advocate here. Every team is pitching around him. They're not throwing him anything good. The home run he hit yesterday was ball.
Wait.
God, it almost hit him in the hands.
Liam, so you're telling me the Yankee fans who have said that they've gotten better since losing Juan Soto are wrong? Like Bellinger and Goldschmidt don't equal Juan Soto?
Don't equal Juan Soto. Isn't that crazy?
What?
That would be crazy to say, right?
They don't even start Goldschmidt at first that often. It's sad.
Nothing gives me more joy than watching Yankees fans crumble. And to the Blue Jays, nonetheless, the Toronto freaking Blue Jays.
They look good, man. They look really good.
They look really good. Their offense is insane.
So happy, so happy, so happy. Let's finish up tonight, Liam, with another happy ending with the LA Dodgers, hopefully.
Happy ending, yo.
Destroying the Philadelphia Phillies at home, and this sorry-ass team that's going to blow it up because their top 3 hitters are hitting 168 this postseason.
Yeah, Schwarberfest has officially been canceled. No hoagies for anyone. Everyone goes to bed hungry from now on.
Yeah,
that's what happens in Philadelphia.
Goes to bed hungry.
I'm sorry, we've seen it time and time again, and I'll give it to you guys straight. 2 most overrated teams this past decade: the New York Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies. They go to the playoffs. They look so hot, and they do absolutely zip when they get there.
I mean, they did both go to a World Series in the last couple of years in their defense.
Yeah, pooped on.
Yeah.
Got pooped on.
Got pooped on by 2 really fucking good teams, the Astros and the Dodgers.
Are the Dodgers the favorite right now in the NL?
It looks so good.
They have to be.
I want to talk about game 2. We obviously have game 3 tonight.
Yeah,
2-0.
Their bullpen blows that game 9 out of 10 times this season. And for somehow, some way, they held on.
Their bullpen is horrendous, which is ironic because last year was the complete opposite. It was bad starting pitching and really good bullpen. Now their starting pitching is so good that they're closing with Sasaki and Sheehan and all that. And I don't know why when they're up, 4-0, they bring in Trinan, who is having a horrible year after being a hero last year for them. Got like a 5.4 ERA. And I don't know if he wanted to give him like a feel-good save or opportunity, just an inning to feel really good about. But he doesn't even record it out and gives up 3 runs. And now you got the Phillies, and they're clearly building on momentum. Like, you got someone like Castellanos who almost basically threw his bat. That's how low the ball was. And to get that hit.
That double.
I mean, it's scary to give a team momentum like that. And, you know, you would never have expected the batting champion Trey Turner to be the one that grounds out, you know, when they've had so much momentum. I also want to ask you guys, and you can comment on that, but I want to ask you about the bunt play by Stott, because a lot of people have been talking about that.
That was the stupidest decision ever. Like, you have all this momentum going. Everybody's hyped. Yeah. Everybody's so excited. The crowd's behind you. The crowd's on their feet. And you're going to lay down a bunt? You're gonna lay down
No
a
outs.
freaking bunt with no outs.
No outs.
Yeah, there's
For guys
no
who don't
reason to
bunt
give an
nowadays?
out there. Why would you give up an out there? It makes no sense.
It was bad base running, but really bad decision. You get the lead runner, and now you're an out, and you're behind a base where you used to be. That also was a big catalyst for the Dodgers to save that game.
Back to the Dodgers, they're a really interesting construction to me. The fact of modern baseball has gone full bullpen. Like modern baseball is the bullpen is what wins games, and the Dodgers seem to adapt to the mindset of starters are winning games, and it didn't work for them in the regular season as much for the fact of there's just so many games and all that stuff. But I think I'm curious to see how it goes this playoffs because if you can throw out these aces constantly, get 7-8 innings out of these guys, and you have your back end starters being your bullpen guys, their staff is dominant, and it's to me, I prefer this baseball than this relieving bullshit that happens every day nowadays. I love when the starter goes 7-8 innings, and it's refreshing to see this in baseball. And I hope this is a trend that continues through the rest of baseball.
I just think it's insane how they're able to construct their lineups. They subbed in Will Smith into the 9-hole, and he came up so big with did he have a home run? No, he had 2 RBIs, but he came up big. You have Muncy coming in as a pinch hitter. That's after you face Kike, Tommy Edman, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, who's the most underrated player in all of baseball, Mookie Betts, and Shohei. They're bringing Will Smith and Muncy off the bench. Are you fucking kidding me?
Will Smith he's got the most pinch hit home runs in MLB history.
It's insane. Crazy. So they know at some point they're going to score runs. Let that starter go as long as they can. It's just beautifully constructed team. It really is.
And obviously they won both in Philly, which is not good because they're coming back to LA. They're going to meet one of the Cubs and Brewers. How are you guys feeling about the Brewers, who I feel like a lot of people have called frauds throughout that's just the word of the day, maybe, fraud. Called frauds throughout the regular season.
You know what? I'm not. I'm still bullish on the Brewers. They were my pick in our little bracket to win the whole thing, to capture their first crown, and I'll tell you why. They have pitching everywhere. Mizuraki came in the other day, pumping 104. Here you go. Thanks for coming. See you later. Little guy named Jackson Churio, hitting home runs left, right, and center. I really think this Brewers team is special, man. And if there's one team that can beat the Dodgers, I think it's them.
I think either of these teams. I think the Brewers would give them a better chance to beat the Dodgers because their pitching. The Cubs pitching has been awful this series, and it's really holding them back. This lineup's decent, but as I think True you were talking about the other day, Pete Crow Armstrong has fallen off a cliff. He had a great start to the season, but since the All-Star break, he's been god awful.
He almost got ejected this game. I don't know if you guys saw that when they called. He didn't. It wasn't a go, but the third base coach called it a go, and he started charging at the guy. He needs. I know he's a young guy, but and he wears his emotions on his sleeves, but he's got to calm down. If you get ejected, you're really compromising your team.
I want this Cubs team to win the series. I want the Cubs team to beat the Dodgers, but the Brewers are the better team and the better chance to beat the Dodgers. I think the Brewers probably wrap this up. If not in Chicago tomorrow, back in Milwaukee for Game 5.
We saw such an impressive game last night with the Brewers, all 7 runs coming off of homers and with 2 outs. Crazy.
Oh, crazy stuff for you guys too. First time in Brewers history, they hit a 3-run homer in the playoffs, and they hit 2 in one game.
Wow.
I feel like these stats remind me every year of how hard it used to be to make it in the playoffs in baseball, and how
four teams.
How it used to be so few teams in, and how
teams.
Even back then it was the Dodgers and Yankees in constantly, so it's down to 6 teams fighting for those other spots. It was really hard to make the playoffs, and all these teams do not have any postseason history.
I kind of miss it, man. I like the division winners and one wild card team. Maybe that's a boomer take. I don't know.
I was unhappy when they expanded it, Liam, especially when they expanded this current format with the 3-game series. But It's more baseball. It's more fun. It gives other teams some chances. I hate the fact that these bye teams seem to be getting blown out, i.e. the Phillies right now, but it's the Phillies, so I don't really care too much about it.
I think one that we haven't talked about before we get into our teams, you obviously have Tigers, Mariners, which was a great game today, and you have Skubal for Game 5 in a 2-2 series. That's been a really good series.
Okay, one more stat for you guys. Mariners are looking to beat Skubal for the 4th time this season. Wow. They've already beat him 3 times. Can they do it again? Can they do it one more time?
He pitched what was it, Game 1 or 2 of this series, and it was a Mariners win.
I think it was it Game 1? I don't remember. It was Game 2. I don't remember, but yeah,
the Tigers, man. I like Riley Green. Baez had a great moment today. It's a fun team to watch.
Going back to Seattle, it's gonna be tough to play there, though.
The Mariners deserve this. The Mariners deserve a chance to go play ALCS baseball, and I really hope the Mariners can find a way to do it.
Do you think Dumpy gets a big moment?
I think so. He already hit one, right, this series?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. He hit it right to a guy that was wearing a 61 right here shirt.
And he was the only one in the crowd. Like it was in Detroit the other day, right?
I don't know where it was, but that's a really cool moment.
It was. Yep. Shout out Dumpy. Big stinker.
I guess let's just rip the Band-Aid. Maybe next week we can redraft our playoff brackets. But for now, unfortunately, we do have to rip the Band-Aid off. But I promise for all our viewers, it will get sad and sentimental in a minute. But we will have birthdays and hoops grid, and we will elevate the spirits. So just bear with us while we have this very therapeutic moment. I'm going to give the stage to my Mets co-host first on their season recap. Somebody's got to go first.
I had given up by the time the season was over, so this point doesn't really pain me as much. Like this team just consistently underperformed. Every time you thought they'd turn around, they wouldn't. And I think the only stat you need to know is they were 0-69 when losing heading into the 9th inning. Not one game did they come back in the 9th inning. You want to put a classic games together from the 2025 season? There is none. There is zero. There is nothing to write home about. This team was the complete opposite of the 2024 Mets, with basically the same players, plus Juan Soto, who played really well. Do you run it back the same team next year? No. Do they need to make improvements? Yes. They need a 1A starting pitcher. They need Noah McClain to keep pitching. Josh Tung and Brandon Sproat need to be back to the minors. They need more time. They were not ready. Noah McClain is ready. They need a 1A. They got Noah McClain. Clay Holmes is not the problem either. Clay Holmes can start. I like him starting. And they need to rebuild this bullpen around Edwin Diaz, and he better fucking be back.
All I'm saying is if Pete is not in a Mets jersey next year, we have to riot.
Yeah, he better be signed for long term.
Pay the man what blank check, whatever the fuck he wants. He needs to retire a man. That's it. That's all I got.
I really enjoyed watching the Mets for the first half of the season.
First half.
Soto had first 3 quarters, maybe.
First month.
For it all.
So
first month. Was it June or July? You guys had the best record.
Through May, we were the best record. Then June.
No, I think it was a month with a J. I remember it. It was June.
I think it was beginning of June 5th or something like that.
Shout out to Soto. He had a really good year. I always like watching Lindor and Pete, and
they had great years, man. Great years.
I guess you guys covered the offseason already. I'll go with the Padres. What went wrong, right, and what needs to happen. What went right was, I think every trade deadline acquisition we made was really good. I think Mason Miller somehow played even better. I don't have it pulled up in front of me. His ERA in San Diego was just incredible. He had like 11 straight at bats of getting it out in the postseason. Just the bullpen was incredible, and Mason Miller being in there was great. It sucked that Jason Adam tore his quad, but obviously that didn't really factor into the outcome of the season. But this bullpen was awesome to watch. Ramon Laureano getting him from the Orioles was probably our best offensive player as soon as we got him, which was really sad, but really awesome to see. Ryan O'Hearn was fine. Freddie Fermin, ever since I've been a Padres fan, which granted is not that long, we just have not had a good catcher. And Freddie Fermin was great for us in the 9-hole. What went wrong was just really inconsistent offense and starting pitching. Yu Darvish probably should retire. He had a very bad regular season, okay start in the postseason, but the guy's 39. He probably needs to retire, and I hope he does because we owe him $30 million for 2 straight years. So it's not great. Then you have this hodgepodge of just disappointments. Dylan Cease, such a great year last year, no hitter, sub-3 ERA. Just confuses me, man. Top 5 in strikeouts again, like a 5 ERA. I don't wish him the best. Just please get off my team. You will not be offered a contract. Goodbye. It sucks that we gave up pieces from the Soto trade for him for one good year and a shitty year, but it's just every time, like the third time around, seeing these batters, he would just crumble. I don't know if I could find that stat, but I swear to God, it was always the third time. Nick Pivetta, wow, what an amazing year. Robbed of an all-star. Probably the only starter I really want back. Him. And then obviously Joe Musgrove. Michael King, who you guys keep claiming is going to be a New York Met. I'm not super pissed if that happens. I mean, I hope he stays, but someone's going to pay him a lot of money. And if it's Daddy Stevie, then so be it, Not a really good year for him. That time he started versus the Mets, you guys saw firsthand, that was really bad. Nestor Cortez never, ever stepped foot in San Diego again. Yeah, we do not have good starting pitching. We also kind of need a 1A or maybe just a 1B behind Pivetta. And then last thing before I'm done, and this isn't something that you can address because this core of Manny, Fernando, Xander, like we're locked in for a long time, but just putrid offense in that series versus the Cubs. 2 for 11 combined for Manny and Fernando. Absolutely horrible body language. Just awful. Like, I don't know what happened to Fernando. Had a great postseason last year. Just completely looked disinterested. Looked down on himself. Just Manny didn't really do great. Xander actually played really well. Luis Arias never stepped foot in San Diego again. We were talking before the show, and it's sad. He has to be hitting 350 for him to be valuable because he is king single and king ground outs. And I just saw some of the worst effort I've ever seen in the Cubs series. Bro was just incredibly sexually attracted to Dansby Swanson and just had to keep hitting the ball towards him. It was definitely a disappointing year because we mortgaged, some prospects and put the chips in the middle. We got to find some starting pitching. I was watching this. I'll end with this. I was watching this one Padres radio show, and they were so disgusted by the way Manny and Fernando played that he basically said, from this point on, like, this is Jackson Merrill's team, which it's a huge take, but I really see a lot of the reason behind he said that. Like we really need to turn around the philosophy of this team next year.
You're gonna be good. You guys will rebound. You have the core in place. It's baseball. It sucks, but you have to get hot at the right time is all that fucking matters nowadays. And you guys didn't get hot at the right time.
No, we didn't.
I need some positivity. Let's get a hoops going.
Yeah. I'm so sorry I did that to us, guys. We really should have just moved on and never talked about the Mets or Padres until next year. It's on me. I will pull up the hoops grid real quick. Look at Liam, dude. He's so sad. Look at him.
All right, let's go into we got some birthdays, fellas.
Do hoops grid, Liam.
Oh, what do you want to do first?
Hoops grid.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, he was so excited too. All right, we'll do this quickly.
Oh, Roy Hibbert for under free throws.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is odd.
This is an odd one.
Maybe go maybe Chris Anderson for the Heat, the Birdman, maybe.
Okay. Jeez.
Can we go TJ Warren, Pacers, 750 plus games?
Oh,
that's crazy. Make them dance, Lance. Can we go 750 games? Pelicans. Maybe like Solomon Hill. No, there's no shot. That was a stupid guess.
750? What is that, like almost 10 years? It's a long time.
That's a long time. Mario Chalmers.
Damn.
How about Rex Chapman?
For which one?
And
Damn.
he might be. You think it's gotta be for the team?
Well, it says career, is what I was going off of.
Yeah.
Just say fucking and put LeBron.
There you go. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, there we go. That good looking guy. There's another. I guess Jordan. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're moving.
Pacers.
Josh McRoberts.
Monte Ellis.
Mick Bob.
What?
There he is.
I thought Josh McRoberts.
Monte for sure. Pacers 750. Monte's got that, bro. He was so tough. It's my guy for real. Myers Leonard.
Oh,
he's pissed.
It's kind of good that didn't come up. This is gonna be not. Yeah, that's just a filler for now.
I'm fine if we just speed through this.
Yeah. Can we at least get rid of Roy? So bad.
David
Where the fuck are we gonna know this? David West.
That's perfect.
Jan Mahimi.
Yuck.
Trade David West for Pelicans, maybe. What about Amika Okafor?
Oh yeah. Jahlil Okafor. Beautiful.
There you go. Cousin, nephew. Yeah.
Heat.
Is that actually right?
Yeah, they're nephews.
They can't both be nephews together.
Fuck, who was that old fucker that played there at the end?
Haslam?
No. That Haslam's too easy.
Yeah. Karl Malone, did Gary Payton played there?
Alonzo Mourning.
GP.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What we get percentage-wise?
Not good.
Oh,
not one
our
of our favorites. Let's. You know what? I'm ready for some birthdays.
Yeah,
I'm
Drew
all right.
brings out some baseball stuff.
All
We're
right.
high with the Giants
ready?
right here.
I don't know if they're on high with the Giants.
Starting off in baseball, we'll start off with Gosake Kato. Happy birthday to you. He turns 31. Gasoke.
Yeah.
Hey, the Mets first base coach Antoine Richardson turns 42 today. Happy birthday to him.
Only one not fired.
Yes. Only one not fired. Some guy named Bob Scoob turned 68. Happy birthday to Big Scoob. Big Scoob. Scooby. And then that's really it for Eric Davis turns 39. I don't really know any of these guys today. Yeah, that's all we got. Oh, Hunter Goodman. I've heard that name before. All right, moving over to basketball. Isaiah Collier turns 21.
Okay.
Grayson Allen, the big 3-0 today. Happy birthday,
I'm
Unc.
old fast.
Damn,
Yeah, he did.
What?
Some guy named Devontae Kaycock turns 29. And this cannot be a real name. I'm gonna look this up just to fact check. He's from South Sudan, height 5'10". His name is Mangok Mathang. He's from Sudan. He's
How
5'10".
the fuck are you 5'10" from Sudan and make it to the NBA?
He averaged 2 points a game on the Hornets in 2017. So, yeah. Shout out to him. Moving over to football, Brian Thomas. Happy birthday to Brian Thomas.
Figure it out, man.
Mitchell. Happy birthday to Adonai Mitchell.
He's cut, but he's happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to Eric Cumberbatch. And then this next one is for our loyal listener, Patrick Costello. Happy birthday, happy 24th to a man named Greedy Vance. Happy birthday, Greedy Vance.
His first name is Greedy?
Fact check on this one too. Greedy Vance, yeah. It can't be right.
Greedy Vance.
Anyone get
Yeah.
Anyone got eyes on Greedy Vance?
He plays for the Raiders. He's an undrafted practice squad guy. Cornerback.
Wow. What a legend.
Kool-Aid and Greedy
He
together.
could be.
That'd be elite.
Greedy Kool-Aid. I like that.
Ooh.
GKA. All right. Also in football, we just got a guy named Woodhouse. That's it. Just Woodhouse.
Woodhouse?
That's what he goes by, man. Listen, I'm the messenger. Moving on to some old heads in football. Some guy named Leaford Hackett turns 48. His name is Leaford. I've never heard that before. That can't be right. Leaford, Leaf Ford Hackett.
Leaford.
Hackett. Moving on, we got Robert Gunderman. Happy birthday, Gundy. Gundy. Yeah, it's looking like that's all we got for football. We got some good ones in there. Moving over to hockey, we got some interesting ones here. John Bum turned 66. Happy birthday, John Bum.
John Bum?
Yep. Branislav Meze turns 54. That's interesting. Some soccer player named Yuma turns 40 today. Happy birthday to Yuma. That's great. I love these first name guys. Let's see. We got anyone in lacrosse? Nope. No lacrosse guys. All right. That wraps it up, fellas. That's all we got.
Great
You have to
birthdays,
listen.
as
Yeah.
always. Shout out John Bum.
Shout out John Bum.
John
John
Bum.
Bum. John Bum.
I think
John Bum.
Greedy Vance needs another shout as well.
Greedy Vance.
Yeah.
Greedy Vance, a.k.a. Pacastella.
Really,
Greedy
really
Vance.
celebrated
He was
Greedy birthday.
Greedy Vance was touching guys up on the defensive line.
He
was
knew how
doing
to have
that.
fun in the locker room. He really
Yeah, he got his hands in there and he got down and dirty with it. Really
greedy.
setting blocks, sucking up the offense, really pounding guys up front.
You gotta respect it. You gotta respect the just a little bit of greed. Never hurt anybody.
Get greedy today. Shout out to our sponsor, Folgers. Get greedy today.
You heard it there first, baby. Fun in the locker room. Be like Greedy Vance. We'll see you next week.